are 4, there are 6 or 8, shunting trucks and hauling freight. Red and green and brown and blue, they're the really useful crew, all with different roles to play around Tidmouth's shed so far away. Down the hills and round the bends, Thomas and his friends. Thomas's bad luck. 2 brand new tank engines were racing across the island of Sodor. It was their first day and they didn't want to be late. They chuffed into Knapford Station. Sir Topham Hatt and the other engines were there waiting. This is Phineas and Ferb. I have brought them here to help us with the extra shunting work we've been needed for diesel. Wow! I always wanted to see what Sodor is like. Hello! Welcome to Sodor! I'm James. I'm Edward. I'm Gordon.
And I'm Percy.
Nice to meet you 4. I'm Phineas, and this is my brother Ferb. But please, you're welcome to call me Ferb Bert if you wished. Just then, Thomas puffed into Knapford looking sad. He was covered in black paint all over from smokebox to cab. Gasp! Edward! Gordon! Percy! Sir! Look! Thomas is all black! Steaming pistons! In all those long years, I never saw that before.
Thomas, what happened to you?
Bother, Percy! Do you have to ask? This is a total disaster! I wonder how Thomas is all black. There was something wrong with the paint machine at the Sodor Steamworks. They switched my blue paint with black paint. I look like Devious Diesel, only a steam engine. We can see that. Can we, Edward? Yes we can. Oh, that reminds me. Phineas, Ferb, your first job is to help Diesel shunt freight cars in the yard. The 3 of you will work with Vanessa. Vanessa? She's the first new steam engine to the Tomy and Trackmaster TNF series. Oh, how great that will sound. We should go visit her, brother. Let's go. It was nice meeting you 5. They puffed into the yard where Vanessa, the new gothic tank engine, was talking to Diesel. Who are those 2? Vanessa?
Phineas?
Vanessa?
Ferb!
Vanessa! I missed you.
I was looking forward to seeing you again.
Hey, Vanessa. How have you been?
I have been good, thank you, Phineas.
So, that must be Diesel.
Yes, that's Diesel.
What are you telling him about?
I was telling him about how polite Thomas had been to me.
Thomas being polite to you?
Yes, I wish you guys were there to see that and how Thomas saved me.
Not long ago, Vanessa almost had her first accident with freight cars. Phineas, Ferb, and even Diesel were amazed and very impressed. Well, I never thought how very polite steamies can be. Me neither. Hey, Ferb, why don't you and Phineas help me and Vanessa with these freight cars? The whole yard was packed with lots of waiting freight cars. Whoa, that sure is a lot of freight cars. We better help Vanessa and Diesel get them arranged. Meanwhile, after all the other engines had gone off to work, Sir Topham Hatt could see that Thomas was very sad. Cheer up, Thomas. I'm sorry, sir, I can't help it. Whatever will the other engines say if they see me looking like this? Well, you just won't know until you'll find out soon enough. Now then, Thomas, I have 3 jobs for you. First, you must collect some milk churns from the dairy and take them to the farm. Then, you must pick up a load of gravel from the quarry and take it to Brendam Docks. And lastly, you must collect some workmen from Brendam Docks and take them to the Sodor Steamworks to fix the paint machine there. Yes, sir. I'll do my very best. First, Thomas collected the milk churns and was on his way to the farm. At the yards, Vanessa, Diesel, Phineas and Ferb were working hard. They had to get the shunting work completed on time. For his part, Diesel likes this. Whenever freight cars have a chance to be trouble and very cheeky, Vanessa comes up, gives them a bump and says,
"Take that, silly freight cars."
"Ouch! Whatever is happening?" Man, those cars are troublesome. I'll say. You'll say what? That those freight cars are troublesome, of course. Oh, that's what I thought. Thomas came to a junction. Duck was there. "Hello, Thomas. When did you go goth? You're now repainted black." Thomas didn't want goth black paint. He wanted his old blue paint back. So Thomas raced away as fast as he could. Soon, Thomas puffed up to another junction. There was Spencer. "Hello there, Thomas. When did you go goth? You're repainted black." Thomas didn't want goth black paint. He wanted his old blue paint back. So Thomas raced away from Spencer as fast as he could, until he soon reached the dairy. Poor Thomas was upset. He didn't want everyone to see him in his black paint. He felt worse than ever. Whatever will Vanessa say if she even saw me like this? She'll laugh at me. Later, Thomas went to the quarry to collect a load of gravel. He collected the gravel and was on his way to the docks. Thomas arrived at Brendam Docks. Cranky the Crane looked down at Thomas. "Hello, Thomas. When did you go goth? That's a new coat of paint you have." Thomas didn't want goth black paint. He wanted his old blue paint back. So Thomas raced away to collect Annie and Clarabelle to pick up the workmen. Thomas collected the workmen and went to the Sodor Steamworks. Annie and Clarabelle were sorry that Thomas is having bad luck. This made Thomas feel just a bit better. Meanwhile, at the yard, all the shunting work was done. "Well, all the cars are shunted into place. Now that the job is finished, I wonder what Sir Topham Hatt is going to say about this." Phineas was about to find out soon enough. Sir Topham Hatt arrived. He was surprised to see the job had been completed. "Well done." "Oh! Diesel! You don't look so good." Vanessa, Phineas, and Ferb looked at Diesel. Nasty black smoke billowed from Diesel's engine. "Phineas, Ferb, and Vanessa, you three have been really useful engines, including Diesel." "Thank you, sir." "Now, Phineas, Diesel may be too heavy for Vanessa to pull to the Sodor Steamworks on her own. Will you and Ferb help her shunt Diesel to the Steamworks?" "Yes, sir. Come on, Vanessa. Let's go."
"Coming, Phineas."
Vanessa and Phineas buffered up to Diesel and carefully shunted him all the way to the Steamworks, with Ferb helping. At the Steamworks, Thomas had dropped off the workmen. Victor was happy to see them. "Well, Thomas, my friend, as soon as the workmen get the paint machine fixed, we'll soon have you painted bright blue again." And Victor was right. Just then, Vanessa, Phineas, Ferb, and Diesel pulled into the Steamworks. Victor was surprised to see them. "Hello, Vanessa. How can I help you?"
"Hello, Victor. Me, Phineas, and Ferb brought Diesel here to have his engine fixed."
"No problem, my friend. Just park Diesel in the siding and we'll have him repaired in no time. Soon Diesel was as good as new. Vanessa told Victor all about how Thomas was responsible to her. Victor was amazed. Well, that is a very nice thing Thomas had done. Thomas is here in the Steamworks. He had just dropped off the workman to fix the paint machine. Soon Thomas felt better in his usual coat of blue paint. He puffed off to find Victor. He came around the bend and gasped. Cinders and ashes! It's Vanessa with Diesel, Phineas and Ferb. Oh, I hope Phineas didn't tell her I was in black paint. I'd better pretend not to hear. Thomas rolled up next to Diesel. Oh, here's Thomas.
Thomas, what are you doing here?
What happened in your new black paint?
Gothic black paint?
Ferb told Vanessa about what happened to Thomas.
Oh my gosh! Thomas, you were black... Thomas? Are you okay?
Thomas felt sad. I knew this would happen. What do you mean, Thomas? If Vanessa would have found out that I was in black paint, she would make fun of me.
Me? Making fun of you? Oh, Thomas, I would never do that to you.
Really?
Of course not. That reminded me about the time Candace and I had our clothes switched by accident. I looked like a walking candy cane, and Candace thought she was a total freak or an all-outsidery.
Thomas stared. Then he made a face like this. Thomas? Are you okay? Don't worry. I'm not gonna do it. I'll be right back. I just need a moment. Okay, I'm good for now. Thomas, what was that back there?
I thought that you weren't gonna laugh.
It's just that you and I are even.
Oh, Thomas.
Thomas had to laugh. Soon, Victor, Diesel, Phineas, Ferb, and even Vanessa laughed along.